This is a disgusting fight.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Mio.
None shall escape!
I doubt it fucking can get harder than this. Oh my god, this crap now. So still went mad.
This'll leave a bruise. I'm all right. Guess I'll leave a bruise. I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Seal. Weak shit.
I can still fight. I need your assistance.
Raider Maker, thanks for the follow. Am I happy with the difficulty presented in the game now, nearing the end? Listen, it's still 80% of Act 5 is still story mod, even on unfair. And then there's like 3 or 4 fights that are worthy of calling unfair. Okay. That's about it. There is a Bladesmith, that's a challenging fight on unfair. There is Vavakia Vanguard, that's a challenging fight on unfair in Act 5. And there is the other. Now, I can't speak about 2 bigger maps, we'll see what goes there, but so far there have been 3 hard fights. Compared, for example, with Kidnappers, where every fight was a boss fight. Compared to Act 3, where every fight was challenging. Conquering of Dresden 2. But I heard all of that is nerfed now. Then on my run. Compared to all of that on unfair, Act 5 is way much easier. Especially compared to Alushinira. Since we know how many crazy mobs there are in Alushinira. You know. But Act 5 is completely unfinished. They never had time to balance Act 5. Right? That's how I feel about it. They balance the things that they thought that are important. They balance the other as the Diran's quest. They balance Bladesmith as Finian's quest. Alright. They balanced that Vavakia Vanguard because he guards those plates for Nenio's quest. But all of those encounters that don't have to do anything with quests, they're bloody easy. They just throw them over there, put some random numbers. Off you go, here's the game. All of that needs to be patched. Everything. Classes that I play with is War Priest Shield Bearer 20, Stalwart Defender 10, Paladin 2, Monk 2, Rowdy 2, Fighter 2, and Demon Slayer 1. Come on, give up, die. Know when it's time to die. I get it, that's the god of swarms, but come on. How many? 2 more. Holy shit, it's fucked up. What's your reflex? 35 reflex. Swarm with 72 armor class. That just... although I reduced his armor class, it was even worse. How can you confuse me? 51 fortitude, 40 reflex, and 46 will. I got confused. No fucking way I got confused. That can't happen, okay? Not a single fucking spell should work against me. I'm back immediately, but still, it shouldn't do like that, okay? It can work like that. Simple as that. Less fire snake. What will I use after fire snakes? It's time for Sunburst. Let's see how volcanic works. Die. Just fucking die already. Sunburst hurts. Spam it. Spam it. Volcanic works that bit. Spam it. No, spam this. Come on, die. I use like 60 to 100 spells to kill him. For sure.
I can still fight.
Nearly 200,000 XP. Nearly 200,000 XP. Besides Diran Fate.
Let's move already.
This war must end.
All this waiting bores me. I'm losing my temper.
My will is resolute.
Rely on me.
The goddess protects us.
Diran wraps his arms around himself for a moment, clutching at his shoulders. With a slightly crazed look in his eyes, he surveys the area, his gaze never resting on anything in particular. His lips move, but no sound comes out. At last, the count says it's over. I hope it is. The commander and I spare no effort to home in on this entity and then to lure it into a trap. I assume now you understand the real reason behind everything we put you through. I'm especially proud of my overly ruthless Inquisitor speech. I like you, sir, not so ruthless Inquisitor. It's a real shame that I shall have to kill you. Diran, what are you talking about? Well, Diran is speaking in a strange manner, apparently marveling at the sound of his own voice. Tasting each word in his tongue. Either that or the Inquisition will grip me by the throat and finally execute me, unless they decide to lock me up in some closed facility for clerics and mages that would look suspiciously like a prison. WotR remains calm despite the heavy toll of combat and the threat to his life. Count here without a doubt guilty of being in contact with a vile entity from the beyond, and of concealing signs of its presence in Mendel and the Crusade. That makes you an accomplice to all the crimes committed by this other, whatever it is. Of course, Mendavian justice in all its glory. It's my duty to pass your case to the Inquisition Tribunal, but I'm certain that the judges will take into consideration your youth and the extreme circumstances under which you first encountered the entity, and they will treat you with leniency. I seriously doubt that the death sentence will even be raised as a possibility, but Count, can you still use your abilities as an oracle? What does it have to do with? You can, I'm positive of it. I know how abilities like yours work. Unlike clerics, you do not gain your power by choice. You do not choose your destiny, you're simply chosen. The other, whatever it was, chose you. You became its gateway and thus acquired your power. Now it is dead, but the power still remains with you. This means that the gateway wasn't sealed with the death of its creator. Hence, you, Count, are an open road into the unknown, where these horrible head-collecting entities come from. You remain a threat, and this means that there is a high probability that a tribunal will decide to send you to a closed asylum, where you will remain under the church supervision for the rest of your life. No, you don't. Do I gotta say in this? Diran, do you have anything to say about the gateway and all other things WotR is talking about? There must be another way to resolve this. Attack WotR. Alas, I can't accept what you plan to do to Diran. Agree to hand Diran over to the Inquisition Tribunal. The Tribunal it is. Do I gotta say in this? Your achievements are great, Commander. Perhaps the Mendev Inquisition Tribunal will listen to your arguments, but I can't promise anything. Diran, do you have anything to say about the gateway and all other things WotR is talking about? Of all those assembled here, I may know the least about these creatures and what they were trying to do to me. I was simply instructed to keep my mouth shut, otherwise the next severe head would be my own, so I said nothing. I've been saying nothing for 10 long years, while they used me to come and go from this world as they pleased. I don't know how it works, I don't know if there is some road inside me or where it may lead. There must be another way to resolve this. Another way? I'm afraid there is no such way, Commander. Don't ask me to sacrifice my principles, I will never do that. The only thing I can say is that the tribunal verdict, no matter what it will be, will most probably not be carried out as long as active hostilities continue in the crusade. After they are over, we will have to step in. Actually, there is another way. You can kill me right here and now. Diran chuckles and waves his hand and rubs his eyes tiredly. I'm not joking, and I'm not being overdramatic. I'm not going to that damn tribunal, and I'm not going to any damn asylum. This life, so-called life they have prepared for me, is everything I have ever hated with a little extra on top. I will not be able to live like that. I never even want to try. I would much prefer to take one final breath as a free man than to live decades more with a noose around my neck. Agree to hand Diran, kill Diran, you ask for this, take WotR. Alas, I can't accept what you plan to do to Diran. I do believe that was the most significant thing anyone has ever done for me. Isn't that touching? And now, if you allow me, I intend to fight back as hard as I can to keep you from lawlessly murdering me. Goddess WotR Coldblade takes his final step.
I will fight.
WotR! You take your final stand as level 10, man.
Let's hear you cry!
Sit here.
Hey yo! That was brutal. Who the fuck did that? That was so brutal. Bismuth, you fucktard. Bismuth, come on, it's dead. Shit. Hey, I'm level 40. Final level, man. I reached max.
Smile. The world's not
Diran
ending
is also
just
max
yet.
level now. It's not 6 level 20s. It's 5 level 20s and 1 level 40. I ain't giving up Diran, goddammit. Don't give a fuck what WotR says.
Move out!
What a brutal death. WotR! Cloak of Resist 1. Cold Iron Longsword. And that concludes the story of Diran. All we need to do now is speak with him. But basically that's it. Let's level up. Final level.
Head on!
I'm gonna go with Diran first. I believe he's immediately 20. Yeah, Diran is 20. And we get a final revelation with Diran. That's the Oracle. And the final attribute point. I don't know what I'll look for. Go with Constitution, whatever. It really doesn't matter on level 20. You can specialize in a Blade Barrier, I guess, or a Firestorm. Firestorm. Or a Blade Barrier. Firestorm. Firestorm. And we pick one final spell for Diran. It's gonna be... Let it be Summon Monster. As the final revelation, you get will saving throws, which means Diran has 30 will as an oracle, because it scales with charisma. Plus 4 bonus on a caster level for all divination spells. And you can cast Foresight as a spell-like ability once a day. He also becomes immune to bleeding, death attacks, exhaustion, fatigue, noisy, negative levels, and sickened. Uncanny dodge.
I welcome
That will be Dir on level 20. I'll be honest, he's extremely important. Complete crowd control, damage spells, buffs. Way too good. And what do I do with level 40? What do I do? If I go into Ranger Demon Slayer, I'm gonna get a combat style feat. I really don't know what to do. I got everything I wanted. Okay, this level 40 is like... completely not needed. As a fighter, I gain armor training. To reduce armor check penalty. As a monk, I gain fast movement, magic. As a paladin, Power of courage, mercy, immune to all diseases, including supernatural and magical diseases, including Amira. I could go with a paladin level 3. And if I go as a demon slayer, I gain a free feat, combat style feat. Let me see the feat if I need a feat. That's the first thing. The final point goes into strength. Everything is in pair now. All of this is done. Archery, menacing, two-handed weapon. Leave, intimidating prowess, power attack, great for two-weapon combat. Great fortitude, weapon, shield. I don't need a fucking feat, you know. Because I got it all. Everywhere is great fortitude only. What's menacing? Intimidating prowess. Man, I don't need it. I just don't need it. I'll take paladin level 3 because of the will save. And as a rowdy, I'll take rowdy because of sneak attacks. Because I don't need feats. I'll take rowdy. That will be it. Level 40. This is without buffs. Stats without buffs. With buffs, everything goes like 30 to 40, if not even 50% higher. What? It's good. It's good. Stays are huge, yeah. Now I realize why I couldn't damage the other. I was using Finian, should have used Entomber. I would damage with Entomber. I released that Slovakia Vanguard video tomorrow on the YouTube channel for Unfair. It was a great fight. Where's voice acting for Diran? It's an odd word, freedom. Why did you mention freedom? You just killed a man for your sake. Yes, I feel something approaching regret. This Inquisitor didn't seem such a dreadful hypocrite, unlike the others of his kind. He died for his beliefs, such is life. The genuinely righteous always die first. But he knew the risks. I doubt I will ever be willing to sacrifice everything I am for the sake of a stranger. Why did you mention freedom? Because it is the greatest treasure, second only to life itself. Which many fail to appreciate, sadly. People are so eager to shackle themselves, sacrificing their freedom, and they don't even realize it. Well, so be it. I'm free now. And I, for one, do know how to appreciate my freedom. I have questions about the other. Let's postpone this conversation till we're back at the camp or somewhere else safe. Apologies, but I'm too exhausted now to talk about it. First, I need to convince myself that it's all over. I rarely say things like this. I never said anything like this to anyone before, to be precise, but I'm amazed by everything you've done for me. I'm not sure I deserve it, but still I'm very grateful.